Here's the deal. The legal landscape is confusing. What do I need to really invest in as a business, and what can I punt for now? What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? Hello, I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. And with me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at startwheel.org. Thank you so much for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business, no matter the climate. Before you leap, it's probably in your best interest to, at the very least, have a conversation with a legal professional so you can have a better idea of what those 4,700 pages of contracts really mean. Please welcome Joel Ankney of Ankney Law. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Zach. Hi, Tim. Thanks so much for having me on.
Good to see you, Zach.
Joel, did you catch the I felt like that was a very original and creative introduction. I don't know that everyone would have caught this, but I used that in the intro, yeah. And I used that in the title. You're the author of both of these books. Here's the deal, and Before You Leap. Before You Leap was first, and then Here's the Deal. Or is it the other way around?
No, Here's the Deal was first.
Here's the Deal first. Before You Leap.
Before You Leap was, yep.
Look at you. Hey, and I always like to let people know that these aren't just books with covers. There is words in them. So congratulations for that. I want my third book to be, does that mean there's a second book coming? I want my third book to just be a cover with no words in it, because I think that would be fun.
It's called a business plan.
Ah. So Joel, what got you into legal many moons ago?
Oh, that's a great question. Desperation, I guess. I graduated from college with a degree in organizational psychology.
What college?
Brigham Young University.
Good old BYU, 5-0.
Yeah. Solid, right? Yeah.
Hey, running through the independent world right now.
Right, exactly. I grew up on the East Coast, so I have other schools that I grew up in Maryland, so University of Maryland is always is my home school essentially.
I like turtles.
Yeah, me too. But no, I mean, it's if you ask my wife why I went to law school, she would laugh and tell you a funny story. But I think it was just because I wanted to go to graduate school. I looked at MBA schools. I did organizational psychology in undergrad because I didn't want to be in the business school. I wanted to take the fun classes in the business school, but not the hard classes, the accounting, the financial analysis, stuff like that. So yeah, looking at business schools, MBA programs, I thought that's not for me. And for some reason, I started looking at law school curriculum, and I thought really interesting. And then I had some friends who were attorneys who told me I didn't have to be a trial attorney, that I could work with businesses. I could be a transactional attorney. I could work with entrepreneurs. And I thought, that's a great idea. I had a father who had a small business, and I thought it would be interesting to work with and help people like my father. And those are kind of the basic reasons why I thought, but really I was, wondering what I would do with my career. And I took about 1.5 years off between undergrad and before I went to law school, worked for my father's business. And that really wasn't for me. I didn't have the skills for that, really. It was a construction business. So that's it. That got me to law school. And when I got there, I realized I liked it and I was pretty good at it. So
that's cool. Do you think that because your father was a business owner, that kind of led you down that path, if you will, so you could see how he was thinking about that instead of kind of the employee mindset? It was more like the business owner mindset. Do you think that? I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but did that lead you towards any of that?
Oh, I definitely think so. And my grandfather was a small business owner as well. He owned a very well-known gas station in Rockville, Maryland. It was right in the middle of the town. Everybody knew about the gas station. So maybe it's in my blood a little bit. I'm not sure, but certainly watching my father and also interacting with some of my father's clients, sparked some interest in me to kind of run in that circle or do that kind of work.
It would be interesting to find out if there was an entrepreneurial blood type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Be
agree.
positive.
Well, and I wonder, and maybe it's not a blood type, but maybe it's more of a personality trait that,
Yeah.
perhaps,
I
perhaps
don't
for
think it's a
some.
personality trait.
Okay.
Because on those what is like Myers-Briggs and things like that, like I feel like they're all over the place. If we were
Gotcha.
thinking of just like that. But who knows? Maybe there
I,
is.
I
Maybe
don't
I'm
know. I
wrong.
mean, I have four sons, four adult sons, and they all, in one way or another, have what I would call a kind of an entrepreneurial mindset. They like to work on their own. They like to pursue their own ideas. They like to prototype stuff. That kind of thing. Maybe that's nature or no, it's the other way around, right? Nurture instead of nature. I mean, they grew up in that environment, so.
What's interesting though is I didn't. Right.
Huh.
So I didn't grow up in an entrepreneurial mindset, but then as soon as I started being around it, it was like an on-off switch, and I was like, boom, I'm in, and I got it, and I was like, And so I asked this question about schools a lot because I feel like it wasn't something that was sold in school where you learn like, oh, you can do this business thing, and maybe it was, but I wasn't listening, I guess, and so it made me think that, oh, once I learned about it, I was like, oh, this is definitely me. And then as I look back, I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's things that I did that were entrepreneurial. Like every young kid, I mowed lawns. I figured out how to make donuts and sold those on the street corner, I guess.
Nice.
I probably just ate them. That's probably, lemonade stands, things like that. I feel like there could be more of those things that would help encourage that, but who knows?
Yeah,
Tim?
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, my youngest son just graduated from Kempsville High School, and he was in the Entrepreneurship Academy.
Okay.
And actually, his team won the last pitch contest that they did, and it was a great place for him to be because it allowed him to use his creative thinking, and so he had a really good experience. And winning that pitch contest was like, I mean, it's still, when you talk to him about it,
Yeah,
it's a home run. Absolutely.
Tim,
cool program.
what did I think it was Megan who said this, or maybe Ashley, who were two of the individuals that are, I guess Ashley is one of the main teachers, and Megan is, I guess, the big advisor of that. I can't remember the exact titles, but what did they say? Entrepreneurship. They said like entrepreneurs. They want people to think entrepreneurially was like the big thing, which I 100% agree with. I know Tim does, but that was something that was powerful out of that program. And I think if people were to think more entrepreneurially,
right,
that would be very helpful in the world, or at least the United States.
Yeah. Joel, how long have you been practicing law then?
29 years.
Oh, wow.
Wowzers indeed.
And then has it always been in the entrepreneurial space, or did you slowly work your way that way?
The first 3 years of my practice, 3.5 years, I worked for a large law firm doing environmental law. And there's a whole story behind why I did that. But graduated law school in kind of a mini recession. And so that was the position they had for me. I liked the law firm a lot, so I took the position. Then I spent about 8 years after that. I spent with another large law firm. And that's where I really got into I was on the corporate team, the transactional team. I happened to work with one of the partners who did a lot of closely held business entrepreneurial work and transactional work as well. So he really trained me up. And then about 18 years ago, I started my own law firm, and I've been, business law, kind of IP, intellectual property law boutique ever since then.